to make tiny whoops, micro-sized stuff fly really well. And that's still true. You take like a Tiny Hawk, you could still make it fly way better. And they did. So the Mockingbird guys have tunes out there for UR65, for Tiny Hawk, all these things. And I said, I don't see the point of, well, no, taking the exact things they did for an Acrobee and putting it on a Tiny Hawk. No, that's pointless, but that's not what they're doing. And I basically misunderstood the whole point of Project Mockingbird. I just had a really limited scope of it. I put the Project Mockingbird tune on the Tiny Hawk, and wow, it's so much better. It's amazing. So yeah. The Beta 75X Botnik asks, what's my opinion of the Beta 75X? Is the 75X the one that I already reviewed, or is that the 75S? I can't remember, and I have to look it up.
There's a power work group in Facebook that's got all those and other tunes that gets rid of the thingy, whatever they call that.
Yep.
The washout.
The washout. Yeah, I think that, and I think the single biggest thing that the Tiny Hawk Project Mockingbird tune did was increase the level strength much higher, because the level strength is like, it's like a P gain for your auto level, and it just makes the sharpness. It also turned up feed forward, but I'm not sure that actually applies in auto level mode. Do you know the answer to that, Steve? Does feed forward apply when you're in angle mode?
I believe it does, but I don't know that for a fact.
Okay, yeah. So they increased the level strength, and it just made it fly so much better. They did other things too, but that to me was, I think, the big one. Botnik asks about the Beta 75X. Botnik, if you check my channel, I reviewed the Beta 75X and several others not too long ago. Hold on a second here. Let me act like a pro streamer and just boom, right there on the stream. Beta 75X. Find this video on my channel, and this is the one you want. And of course, if you look at this video, you'll see, what about the trash can? What about the trash can? What about the shit? It wasn't out yet. Shut up. All right, I was a little bit annoyed about that. So the short version about the 75X is that, in my opinion, even with a throttle cut of like 50%, it's just too powerful for indoors, for precision stuff. Yes, somewhere out there are really excellent pilots who are ripping the 75X indoors. I don't feel like I recommend the 75X as an indoor quad. However, the place I see the 75X fitting is if you want like a 3-inch or a 2.5-inch, like the Baby Hawk, but you don't want the open props because they're a little too scary. The 75X doesn't look intimidating, and it doesn't feel intimidating. And if, God forbid, you smack it into somebody's head, it probably isn't going to hurt as bad as like a Baby Hawk. So the Beta 75X almost feels to me like a 2.5 or 3-inch quad in the way it flies. Not quite, but almost. And I don't think of it as like an indoor quote-unquote whoop. So deep fried LEDs, I'm blaming Stingy for not changing the title. I don't actually have the credentials to the stream. I have the stream key, which lets me stream to the channel, but I can't actually change. And Stingy was like, oh, let me change that for you, but he is in Vegas somewhere, and he can't do it from his phone. And he's in Vegas for the Nationals. Yeah. So let's take a couple questions. I see some questions coming in. What did you, Shrung TV, were you working with the Mach 2? Or which VTX were you working with? Chris Quad, I should be in Vegas. Well, if I was in Vegas, then who would be here with you?